Hey guys, welcome back to JordanSamuel Skin Talks. Let's get right into it. First, surprise, surprise, it is like a pitch black day. Pitch black? Whatever, you know what I mean. In Seattle. It's not even that late. So I have the light on. I feel like the coloring's a little weird. I just took a shower. I might be red. Let's deal with it. But I think it's good. Anyway, so there's a lot to get to this week. It's basically just going to be called This Week in Social Media this week. So, first things first, before I forget, steaming. There was somebody, I forget who, had posted about the Dr. Dennis Gross steamer and what I thought about it, and I thought it would be fantastic. I love steaming. I, of course, steam in my facials. And then somebody said, would you recommend it for sensitive skin, prone to redness, with distended capillaries, etc.? Absolutely not. I would not recommend it for that type of skin at all. I would not use steam on that type of skin in my facial, and therefore I wouldn't recommend it for use at home. Especially at home, because I don't want to say you don't know what you're doing, but you might sit too close to it. I always have a tendency to worry about people who steam with the pot of boiling water. While that is a wonderful, very affordable alternative, your face can get too close to the steam. It can burn the skin. Even if you don't see the burn, even if you don't feel it burning, it can distend the capillaries. It can really create a lot of sensitivities and irritation. So steam is good, just in moderation and done correctly if possible. That's why I do feel like the Dr. Gross is probably okay, just so you know what's going on back here. Flynn is back and is very excited that we're filming. However, he also is trying to get in a candle back here. With the Dr. Gross steamer, the temperature is going to be correct, the strength and sort of the strength of the vapor will probably be correct. I don't have personal experience with that one, but I imagine, he's a dermatologist, they know what they're doing. And if you were going to get one commercially, that would be the one I would recommend. But again, no need if you are sensitive, redness prone, rosacea prone, or have distended capillaries. The steam that you get in your shower will be plenty for you, if not already too much. So there's that to start with. Next, I mean, I just feel like there's so many things. I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know what I should say. And it's all sort of stemming from, let's see. Well, first off, it's November 1st when I'm filming this. You guys will probably see it November 3rd, which means my whole month sale is already kicking off. I would tease some more stuff, but I don't want to say too much, so I won't. But just go check it out. Everything's on sale. Great deals on everything. Free domestic shipping on everything. $15 for international shipping, which, believe it or not, is actually a deal. To send one of my items, one of my teeny little oils or serums, is $22 at the slowest possible way to get to Europe and or Asia or Australia. So, and it's $15 to get to Canada. So a $15 flat rate shipping is actually a good international rate. So getting back to all the, I mean, I really have so many things and so many questions. Let's see here. What, and oh gosh. Okay, first of all, I do feel like there's so many great skincare businesses, so I don't want to sound like a little whiny brat. But I feel, and maybe it's just because the election's driving all of us mad, that I feel like when I read brands write about themselves, they to me sound like the election. Like, I don't care if your product is better than so, and like, tell me why yours is good. Don't tell me why theirs is bad. And I hope I don't do that. I hope I just tell you guys why mine is good, because it is. But, so that's been really bugging me. And I thank God I don't like just go off and go crazy on Instagram. I probably should have like a rehearsal where I'd like type in the thing angrily that I want and then just let it go. That is one thing. 2, 3, we're on 3. I was going to get into, yeah, okay. So I've noticed that a lot of people, for very good reason, want to be told exactly what to do with their skincare. When do I use the step? When should I do it? When should I not? When should I blah, blah, blah. Which can confuse yourself, because if you're going to ask opinions from bloggers and from Instagrammers and from dermatologists and from estheticians, everybody does have a different philosophy, and there are many ways to great skin. There are many great ways to have great skin. They both work. That it can get hard and it can get more confusing the more I feel like you ask about something and don't go with your gut. As much as I would love for you guys to need me and need my information, I would prefer you to ask, of course, but play around. I always encourage playing around. There's really no, if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But if it's working for you, great, stick with it, whether it's an ingredient, whether it's a philosophy, whether it's a layering of product. Stay there and don't let somebody else who's saying, oh, well, this works for me, and if that doesn't work for you, that's fine, but don't do it. I am going to use Liz Alaska as an example, mainly because obviously she's a friend, but she's also somebody I have personal experience with. I've given her a facial before. But if you notice her Instagram, she will play around with stuff. Sometimes she does contact me and say like, hey, is this okay? But she's already made up her mind that that's what she wants to do. And I encourage that. It's not some weird science experiment that's going to go wrong on your skin. It could go quite wonderful. But it's that feeling of she knows sort of what ingredients and what things are looking good and she wants to play around with, and she wants to, and through that she can find her own balance. Everybody's going to be different. The amount of times she uses retinol in a week is going to be different than the amount of times that I could use it or that so-and-so could use it. And I know I talk about that a lot, but now I'm feeling like people are too reliant on specific instructions, and specific instructions, of course they're there for a reason, but that doesn't mean that's the only way to do it. And maybe that's me coming from my creative background as a dancer and wanting to play around with things, but that is how it should be. And if you go to two different estheticians, even in the same spa or clinic or practice, they could probably say two different things because they're going off of history of what has worked for them on themselves and in their practice. Again, that doesn't mean it's going to work for you. It's really important to know that. So have fun and experiment. And if a product sounds good, yay. And even if you get a product and it's like, okay, play around and see how you might use it. It might be you use it twice a week, you use it every day, but you only use it in, there might be a way that a product that's just ho-hum for you could become wonderful and amazing and yeah. So remember that. Another thing, God. Well, another thing too, I was going to get into pricing in the sale, but I'll save that for when I give a big announcement. Little hint. But let's do, I'm a little all over the place. You know, I feel like I'm chatting with you. I am. I want to do a Facebook Live. I dropped the ball this week. It's been busy with, especially with holidays approaching. I am booked with facials and obviously shipping orders and creating new products and working on the new branding and filming this video. But I do want to do a Facebook Live because I said I would sit and have wine with you guys, and I want to sit and have wine with you guys. So I need to figure out a time for that. Now, I sort of teased this on maybe Instagram story, and I know you've seen the cleanser, but here is the serum, and they're the same thing, but the oil. Aren't they beautiful? Okay, so we are making the new branding, not ready yet. Serum's going to be at the latest, probably by January 1st, probably sometime in December, depending. The oil will be about a month or two afterwards. There's no point, I think it's totally irresponsible to just say like, I have new branding, I'm gonna throw out all my old packaging if I don't move it within one sale. No, I'm not gonna do that. No, sorry. So, grin and bear it for a while, okay? It's the same great product. But two little changes. So the bottles are frosted glass, they're going to be clear glass because it makes It just is way more beautiful. And the childproof dropper is going away. It's going to be a regular dropper. Hopefully your child's not using this. If they are, they have great taste, but maybe we can step it back a bit for them. But again, with the clear glass, so first of all, everything in Hydrate Serum is completely light and oxygen stable, so no worries with that. In the oil, just don't place it in direct sunlight. Having things be in protective bottles is wonderful, but I don't want to say it's not necessary. For the amount that you should be going through a 1 ounce bottle of oil, and for where it should be kept, it is fine in clear glass. It doesn't need to be. It stays completely sealed in a box before it is shipped to you. So it's completely light protected until it gets into your hands. Then at that point, as long as you're not like, oh, sunlight here. Even if you were, you should be using it up quicker. Note on that. Oh, another note, I don't even know who's watching. If you're watching, hi. Some people have commented, I might have said this in another video, I got the serum and the oil and it looks like maybe some of the serum leaked out. It didn't. So what happens, and I'll correct this next time maybe to make everybody happy, but you know you can't do that. These are done by once the formula is mixed and created, they're then filled by a machine with an automatic 1 ounce fill. So whether you get it and you think it's a little under or a little over, it's always at least 1 ounce. It's at least you are getting what you paid for. Sometimes, and in the case of the oil for this round, we had a little bit of oil left over. So we filled a little bit above the 1 ounce. So some of the oils look a little bit more, they are a little bit more full. You're not losing product on the other one. It's just at the 1 ounce, the oil happened to be through the weight and through the heat and expansion and all this stuff that I don't actually understand. It was a little bit more, I said go ahead, yes, let's not waste it, let's fill it up. Maybe next time I'll try to keep it even so I don't have to spend time answering questions about. So it didn't spill, it's done by a machine, it's calculated out exactly to 1 ounce. Of course, different textures and different types of products are gonna look a little bit different in the bottle. That is that. Moving on. So product that I've been using that is not my own brand, which I wanted to bring up because again, back to Liz, she brought this up and I think she's the only person I saw on Instagram like actually talk about it. So while it is I don't know what that's doing, I'm just gonna take it down, maybe it was good. It's the Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta peel, but it's the Ultra Gentle peel. They're amazing. If you are super sensitive but still want a really great acid tone or acid exfoliation or acid peel, this is where to go. Oh no, my battery's dying. If this cuts out on me, I swear to God. Well, we'll see. Ultra Gentle. If you are somebody who's using retinol regularly and you want to still have a nice exfoliation but you're getting a little sensitized, Ultra Gentle peel. Wonderful ingredients. Super, super gentle, super soothing, but still giving that nice exfoliation. Somebody who maybe does like to exfoliate every day, God forbid. Oh, and this is going to bring me back to the other thing that I want to talk about, which I will talk about in a second. Ultra Gentle peel. This is over. You know, I don't get paid for any of this, so this is like authentic. I get paid for obviously my products. Okay. But this is the last thing, and this is probably going to cut out on me, I'll be angry. Somebody was posting about exfoliation and they feel like they might have sent, this was a question directly asked to me, that they maybe, they saw me mention something about muslin cloth every day and they were like, oh, it's too scratchy for me, I had to use this instead, and then I used acids 2 to 3 times a week and retinol maybe 2 to 3 times a week. And I want to clarify that. If you've seen me talk about using a muslin cloth as your nightly exfoliation, that is not on top of acids and retinols. That is it. You know I'm a fan of a little is less is more. A little is more, less is more. Muslin cloth can be scratchy, but it's a great exfoliation. You don't have to go in and go crazy, but that's it. If you're using that nightly to remove your balm cleanser or oil cleanser or any type of cleanser, you're pretty good. You can maybe get away with like a light acid mask or something a little more intense the rest of the week, or maybe like a once a week retinol or twice a week retinol, depending on how your skin is. But that is not on top of every night acid, every night or every other night retinol. That's just simply too much. For anybody, really, I think for anybody. But that is something, and then that's going to also wind into play around with it. Can your skin tolerate it and it's good and it's not sensitive and it's not red? Great. But that heat, that sensitivity, that redness, if you are using a muslin cloth after using an acetate retinol and your skin feels red, raw, and irritated, it is red, raw, and irritated. And that is, you know, it is inflammation, and inflammation is the first sign of aging. So don't do it, step away. As much as you love it, step away. I feel that we love our products so much and it's fun to play around with products, but I feel like sometimes we put that ahead of great, healthy, glowing skin. And personally, I would rather great, healthy, glowing skin than a product junkie heaven. So be really good about that. Step away, step away. Liz, sorry, I'm gonna keep talking about you, but she's the perfect example. She loves removing her products with a cloth at night. She's had to step away from that with the retinol. She's gearing herself towards great skin. And she'll get back to it eventually, but right now it's not the time and place. So play around with it, play around with it. Anyway, we're going on 16, 17 minutes. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Please share and subscribe. Enjoy the sale, enjoy the products, enjoy the holidays. I'll obviously see you before the holidays. But thank you for watching, and until next time, bye.